Yeah. 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 Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got...
Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets.
Let's go. 57's Mike. Mike 57. I got one. Check four. Check.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
Any day.
Check 49.
Good day. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And able to find Dorsett. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. And when you hit them with some big...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz. Too fast to handle.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On the double. Check, Mike. 57. 54. Hey, man. Okay. Check 50. Check 50. He's coming. Go. He's coming. Double up. Yep, go.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. C.J. Mosley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jamie Collins, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Darnold now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
We're going to set. Yo, 80. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Better break. You better break. I'm letting you know right now, you better break. No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Wildfield.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Edelman set to return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
53, Mike. I got one.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant, room here to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Bridgewater completes it to Hardman. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
25, check 25.
On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
57, Mike, 57. Ready? Check.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Grant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. Zero off the board.
For Robbie Anderson, incomplete. It's 3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Bridgewater. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 97 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, a full half to be played. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Edelman was the intended target. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Darnold. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Exit. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A final shot before the break. Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Get in the weight room. Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
No, check that. We're Mike 52 right here. 52. Watch the twist. Mike 52. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Back to throw, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Bell, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold on the catch. It's Crowder. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, New York.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 33 yards that time. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now Bell. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Darnold. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Daniel Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They will run with Grant. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 35-yard line. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play fake. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out,
yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, go. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
52, 52. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold got a man. It's Brown. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
52, block 52. 52's the mic. Man, that's trash.
On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On second and 9, Bridgewater. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett. 79 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
57 for Mike. 57. Check. Yo.
Here's Bridgewater. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Grant. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. This is Grant. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Check the backer, check the backer. Jim.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You don't want none, baby. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to try. Go. Switch.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Watch twits. Kill. Oh, lady. Turn it up. Kill. Oh, lady. Kill.
From his end zone, 3rd and long for Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
This is taken at about the 14. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Patriots, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.